The Chicago Bears may have their new CEO and president. They have listed Kevin Warren as the top candidate to be the next president of the Chicago Bears after current president Ted Phillips retires at the end of this year. What's going on, guys? I'm back with another Chicago Bears news update video, which I'll be doing anytime there's news over the offseason for the Chicago Bears. So definitely be sure to subscribe to my channel if you guys want to hear a reaction to all the news. But yeah, guys, so this kind of came out of nowhere. While I was eating lunch and scrolling on Twitter, I saw that according to Pete Thamel, a College Football Insider, he said that sources, Big Ten Commissioner Kevin Warren has emerged as the top candidate to be the next president CEO of the Chicago Bears. He's interviewed in person for the job and is considered among the final candidates. The process is expected to wrap up in the upcoming weeks. And if he's saying this right now, I'm pretty sure that Kevin Warren is going to be, the actual president when it's all said and done, in a few weeks when this is finalized. I'm pretty sure that Kevin Warren is going to be the guy, because usually they don't leak stuff like this until it's basically finalized. There could be other candidates that are still interviewing, but if this is leaked out there, then pretty sure that Kevin Warren is going to be the guy. Again, it's not confirmed yet. It's going to be confirmed at the end of this year. But what is confirmed is that Ted Phillips definitely is retiring from the Chicago Bears. So after 39 years of being with the organization, mostly being an accountant and, helping, I guess, hire failed GMs in the past, he's going to be stepping away from the Chicago Bears, which, thank God. I know he wasn't like a big factor in the football decisions of this team, and maybe Ryan Poles could turn out to be a really good hire. And there's actually a lot to like about Ryan Poles, so I'm not gonna say that Ryan Poles was a failed GM hiring, but obviously everybody before Ryan Poles was a failed GM. We didn't have much success as an organization with Ted Phillips here. He did help the Bears purchase the Arlington Heights property, which probably is his biggest accomplishment with the Chicago Bears, getting that property, securing the way for the Bears to build a new stadium. But he's not going to be a part of building a new stadium. Ted Phillips is retiring. He's going away from the organization, and Kevin Warren potentially could be the guy filling in for Ted Phillips. And man, this is usually not the type of hire that the McCaskies make, because the last hire for team president was Ted Phillips, and Ted Phillips was an accountant before he came to the Chicago Bears to run the football operations, not the football operations, but the business operations of the Chicago Bears, right? And before being with the Bears, he wasn't a part of any football team. He wasn't a part of any NFL organization, any college football organization either. Well, Kevin Warren definitely is, because he's been a part of the football world for a very long time before potentially being hired by the Chicago Bears. So let me run through his background and what he's done in the past. And honestly, this is a pretty big name hire for the Bears. I know some people are not the biggest fans of it because of his time with the Big Ten, but with the NFL, Kevin Warren actually had a lot of success, building stadiums, improving franchises, and that's what he's going to be doing for the Chicago Bears, right? Because obviously the president and CEO is not going to be in charge of the football decisions of this team, I would hope, right? Because that's what Ryan Poles' job actually is. You don't need so many cooks in the kitchen all giving their input, because you want the GM to have the final say on drafting players, on signing players. That's not what the football CEO is going to do. The CEO is going to be in charge of building a new stadium, improving the technology of the franchise, sponsorships, and all of that, right? So talking about Kevin Warren, his experience in the past as a football executive. So in 1997, he got hired by head coach Dick Vermeil of the St. Louis Rams to be in a legal front office position, and he held that position for couple years until 2000, when he got a promotion to vice president of football administration and did some legal work for the team, did some other football administration stuff, which it's not really labeled what exactly he did. It'll be impossible to know because they don't address exactly what every single employee of an organization did. But they did earn a Super Bowl in 2000. So he had some experience working with the Super Bowl level team. Now Dick Vermeil also praised Warren as being as critical and important a part of the Rams Super Bowl championship team as anybody in the organization. So had some experience again working with a championship level team, doing stuff for them that wasn't related to exactly football stuff like drafting guys and all, but doing the other supporting work, I would say. Then he went to the Lions in 2001 to 2003, where he was the senior vice president of business operations and general counsel. And during that stint, he was actually recognized by Crane's Detroit businesses on their 40 under 40 list, which had him as being one of the top business leaders under the age of 40. So didn't exactly, I would say, have a lot of success there from a football team. The Lions were not a good team back then, but help build up the other areas of the franchise. Then he actually went to Greenberg Traurig, which is a law firm. Okay, so he worked there for a couple years. And the most notable thing here is he actually helped the Vikings transfer ownership to the Wilf family. Okay, he actually represented the Wilf family in that transaction and helped them, buy the Vikings for $600 million. He did all the little details, the dirty work of that deal, the business aspect of that deal, and that could be maybe important, okay, if the McCaskies want to sell the team in the future. Okay, we have a guy that knows how to do that, okay, how to transfer ownership from one owner to the next. Now, don't get your hopes up too high about that. That would be a long shot, but that would be potentially big, okay, if the McCaskies do want to sell eventually. Then after that, okay, after he transferred ownership to the Vikings, he actually started working with the Vikings under the new ownership group. He got hired to be the executive vice president of legal affairs and the chief administrative officer. And then eventually got a promotion too in 2015 to chief operating officer, which, that's where he oversaw all aspects of the business operations of the team. And he also, helped modernize the organization, helped, introduce new sponsorships, helped build a new facility, which is really good for the Vikings. And the most important thing, he helped build a new stadium for the franchise, which US Bank Stadium, guys, is one of the best stadiums, I would say, in the NFL. And he was a critical, person in getting that stadium built, hiring the designers, doing all the legal work of that stadium, of the purchase. He was the main person in charge. According to the Vikings website, it says that since being promoted to COO, Warren played a critical role in all business, financial, legal, and operational aspects related to US Bank Stadium and was involved in the design, construction, business, legal, and operational components of the new stadium. So he was the main guy in charge of building one of the best stadiums in football, which if you are a Bears fan, you want to see them move to Arlington Heights, build a really good stadium there, that is good news for you, right? Because he knows how to do all that stuff and he's had success doing it in the past. So he was with the Vikings for a long time from 2005 to 2019. So it really shows that he had a lot of success with the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, he was one of the best presidents probably that they have had from a perspective of building, new facilities, building a new stadium, doing legal work for them, and improving the overall quality of the franchise. According to Brad Spielberger, who was actually in the building when Kevin Warren left to take the Big Ten job, after 2019, he said that a lot of people were very sad finding out he was leaving. Created an awesome culture in Minnesota, negotiated a transfer of ownership to the Wilfs and a new stadium deal. Perfect candidate for the Chicago Bears, right? So everything I've heard from a NFL perspective of him being a president of an NFL team or being a legal executive of an NFL team, it's all looking really, really positive. So I'm pretty happy about the move. Okay, the only downside I would say is maybe his time in the Big Ten, right? Because with the Big Ten, he was a commissioner and a lot of people were not happy about his decision to cancel the Big Ten season, including Justin Fields. Okay, Justin Fields was one of the main reasons why the Big Ten actually played games during the COVID season. So that definitely was a very unpopular move. But besides that, he's actually helped the Big Ten grow a lot in revenue. He negotiated a new TV deal for the Big Ten. He also helped UCLA and USC join the Big Ten, which is a big get for the Big Ten, right? So even putting that COVID stuff aside, I feel like his time with the Big Ten still could be viewed as a success from a revenue building and, conference building perspective. So if you wanted a guy as president that is knowledgeable, well-connected, knows how to build a good stadium, knows how to transfer ownership, knows how to improve the overall quality of a franchise, Kevin Warren potentially could be that guy. And he's definitely a big upgrade, I would say, over Ted Phillips, who's only an accountant. So personally, I'm pretty happy about this move. We'll have to wait and see how it actually turns out. He's obviously not going to do anything related to football, again, because he's only going to be building the stadium and doing other legal stuff for the franchise, which I'm totally okay with, right? Because we already have Ryan Poles doing the football stuff, and hopefully both, areas, both Ryan Poles and Kevin Warren will be successful in their jobs. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below, but as always, bear down.